History should never be forgotten, and neither should the men and women who made that history.
We are old right now. Most of us were in the 80s. We are dying one a day, but the history had to be preserved.
All of these fellows made history.
The CIA contract us
On a mission to overthrow Fidel Castro.
Well, this is the real history of the Bay of Pigs.
History books tell us the men were recruited by the Central Intelligence Agency, but the CIA didn't tell the men they were working for the CIA.
Everybody that was recruited at the time thought there was some rich Cuban who was promoting and financing this operation to overthrow Fidel Castro and bring democracy to our homeland.
The mission was launched in 1961. 58 years later, you can see it at a museum in Hialeah Gardens.
Oh my God, this is something that we've been dreaming for a long time.
The museum is called Assault Brigade 2506, the name given to the exiles when they volunteered to go attack Castro.
I never went through my mind that we were going to be history. I thought that we were going to be winners.
The stories of their training that began when the men were led blindly to a secret site.
From there, they put us in SEAL plane. We didn't even know where we were going to, and the windows of the plane in C-54 were painted black.
When they got to Guatemala, they realized it wasn't a rich Cuban that brought them together to kill Castro. It was the Americans.
Where else can you get B-26s, guns, tanks, and everything? I got a feeling that the Americans were behind.
Taught to use those weapons to eliminate Fidel Castro and his supporters.
Everything to kill human beings. Weaponry, tactics of flying, that we know already.
The Americans prepared those young men for the invasion. Now, as old men, they're blunt about that training.
And some of them, they were bright military personnel. Some others, they were morons that they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
But that's not why the Bay of Pigs invasion failed. These walls remind you the United States had promised to supply air support for the Cuban exiles.
And the U.S. didn't back us up.
President John Kennedy changed his mind, leaving many of those brave men who volunteered to overthrow Castro killed or captured.
We lost 14 pilots.
And most of them went to prison, that were captured.
So many friends have died in the firing squad. Friends, brothers.
But here they all come alive again.
We have the wall where there's 106 people that we consider to be the heroes of the Bay of Pigs.
So you can see the past, so they can joke about the future.
Absolutely. If I have to do it again, I might do it again.
The mission to remember.
A lot of people of the new generation have no idea, and this is our history. This is something that will be able to around for many, many years to come.
History will never be forgotten, and now the men who were on that mission won't be forgotten either. I'm Patrick Frazier, 7 News.